Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for December. My goodness. Okay. I can't believe that we are at the tail end of the year, wrapping up the year. Okay, we've got health and healing has come out for you as a theme. Health and healing might be something to really be looking at. We've also got father, husband, brother, son. Perhaps it's not even for you. Maybe it's to do with a significant male in your life or relationship with a significant male or somebody who's very divine masculine anyway. So a little bit of health and healing coming in around that, whether it's past, present, future. It definitely feels like that could be a significant thing that is coming through, somebody that you were very close to or are very close to. So there's some themes of health and healing coming in around that. So let's see what's coming on in terms of, themes and situations at this. Oh, wow, we've got the star, peace and healing again. George, my rooster's just like, yes. Look at this beautiful peace and healing. Oh, and awakening, renewal and enlightenment. This is really, really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. And this definitely, especially with this divine masculine or a male in your life or something, like I said, or this can be the ancestral lineage on your father's side or to do with ancestral belief systems around men in your family and all of that sort of stuff. For whatever reason, that's kind of coming in. But there is this beautiful sense of the star, peace, healing, and an awakening, a renewal. So I feel like there's something that can come through with this, which is really, if somebody is struggling with their health, this is really nice energy to come through, or you're struggling with healing a relationship with somebody. This is a sense of, I feel like you're like this beautiful peacock that's coming in here and just, dazzling and shining, this sense of a part of you that, something's about to shine. There's more of you that is shining here and awakening within. And I think that was, actually your weekly reading, was it? Or your mid-month reading, that something was very deep, was awakening. And so we're seeing that continue, absolutely. But the star, this beautiful, effortless swan, this is where things start becoming easier. You've put in the hard work. Yes, it looks like it's effortlessly gliding, but we all know that it's furiously paddling underneath. But it's like gliding towards peace and healing, which is really nice, being able to make peace with a situation or to find the peace with somebody or to even see somebody in your life getting better if that was important. But yeah, this is very beautiful energy to come through for you here, Gemini. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you in December. What's shifting and changing in December for Geminis. And yeah, shifting and changing for Gemini in December. And most of December is Sagittarius season until we clock over to Capricorn. So Sagittarius is your opposite sign. I'd always say whenever you work with your opposite sign energy, it's about trying to meet with an opposite energy or finding balance. And so you're presented with challenges, but if you can meet that challenges, then you're getting this beautiful sense of awakening and renewal, which is really lovely. Sword 10, Uranus, Gemini, yes. The Sword 10, what's shifting and changing, this can be a very, very old belief system that was passed down through the male side of your family or anything to do with the patriarchal side of your family and how that has been working for you. There's something that is healing around that. And this is feeling like it's letting go of something that was taking up a lot of space in your mind or a belief system that you no longer need anymore. So the Sword 10 is very much just don't have to do that anymore. Something's over. And that's actually really good. Something's over. And I get this sense of it was taking a little bit of your energy or taking the shine off you or life or things, but the shine is coming back, which is really nice. So let's see. So Gemini, just wanted to let you know, and this Uranus Gemini energy is where, Uranus energy is where you're seeing things differently. It's like the planet of rebellion, genius, change, so very progressive energy. And so it's like your ideas are just kind of being like, oh, okay, there's a renewal of some things that are going on inside your mind, which is really fantastic. So Gemini, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Gemini. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And there is an extended reading, yes. yes, there is if I can speak, an extended reading for December for the monthly. So if you'd like to go deeper and look further into the future, the link for that is in the description box below, as well as the link to my other services, my readings, healings, and so forth. We've got the Lovers. Here you are. You're coming in pretty strong in this reading, to be honest. I mean, the Lovers is the card of Gemini. You're crowned by Gemini here. You've been able to transition and move on, and this is the Father energy with the Emperor. So a lot of really, really strong divine masculine Father energy coming up here. So I think you're going to be working with that about what's been out of balance and making some big choices, or some choices are being made around that as well. And that could potentially create some kind of conflict, but, you know, your intuition is super strong here. And I feel like, you know, making new plans, which is actually going to and create new contractual agreements with the Justice card. So interesting. And yeah, look at new options. Fantastic. Look at this Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So there's definitely a new beginning here for this energy around you, where it feels like, there's, like I said, something on the ancestral lineage side of your male, your father. As father energy is coming up super strong, or at least a very strong person that was a strong authority in your life. Doesn't have to necessarily be father. I mean, yes, we've got father, and the Emperor represents father, so that's coming in super strong. But you know that it can be, lots of people can be represented by that in your life. So we've got as a situation the Six of Swords, and this is the card again of finding peace. So health and healing, peace and healing. This has been able to transition and move on, especially inside your mind, about what's been going on inside your mind. You're moving away from some drama, some emotional turbulence, and just being able to kind of transition and find the peace, or at least you're trying to, because you are crossed by the Emperor. So like I said, this is like you've tried to find peace with a situation, but this really strong energy of the Emperor, which, like I said, can represent father or a very strong male in your life. That is, yeah, I mean, I don't usually get very gendered readings, but that's one of the few cards when both of these come out, it's very strong, divine masculine coming in here. So the Emperor energy is also, you know, somebody that's been an authority that in your life, or had a very strong presence or power over you in your life, that you just haven't been able to move on from, or you haven't been able to move on from a situation because of something to do with your relationship with them, or, you know, you could unpack that in so many different ways. But the Emperor also is an energy of wanting to successfully create order within a situation here. So it just felt like I couldn't get myself together in some way, or I couldn't create the order because it just felt like it was something out of your control, or it just felt like chaos, or whatever this is. And this is where you're breaking free from something that held you bound. It's this very strong, the Emperor energy. It's almost like you've got the words of your father in your head, the things that they used to say to you, like, I don't know, it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. That's just something that my father used to say to me. But it's, you know, that's a pretty kind of not a particularly strong example really, but there can be so many different ways, like belief systems. You could be taught that we don't do that in this family, or you don't make money doing that, or, you know, there's something that's been blocking you here with a belief system that you're wanting to let go of. So yeah, we have the Lovers card in your conscious mind. This is you. Absolutely. You've got yourself in your mind, because this represents the Gemini card, the major arcana with the Lovers. But this is also saying that there is a choice here. You can choose. And there's a choice. If this is to do with the health of somebody in your life, that is, you know, your father or husband, brother, son, somebody like that, there are choices that are coming in around that. If this is to do with you finding the peace and finding the healing that's necessary, in this sense of stepping into awakening and renewal, because there's this energy's had a hold over you and a power over you, this is where you've been given the choice. to be able to break free. Absolutely. It might feel like there's, it's not clear between you and somebody else. It may not seem like, but this relationship is being blessed. The choice is clear higher up there in the spiritual realm. So at the base, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So this is what's happening deep down. And the Two of Pentacles can be where it's been a bit of a juggling act. Something hasn't necessarily been stable. So perhaps there's been unstable ground here. Something's been out of balance. And that's what I feel like you're wanting to move on from something, but you're being blocked. And so it's kind of like you can be in a bit of a holding pattern, like it's juggling energies and feeling a bit stretched. Your energy can feel stretched. So something has been out of balance here. And there's a sense of wanting to make a big choice around it. So this could just be the divine masculine, the divine feminine. It can come in so many different ways. In the recent past, you've got the Page of Pentacles. So there's something new has come up here. There's been new developments, and with the Ace of Pentacles as well. This feels like something that could actually happen. Maybe you've had an idea for something you want to do, or a new energy you want to bring in or work on or develop with the Page of Pentacles. The pages can bring in messages. So maybe there's some sort of message around, or you're getting some kind of divine or intuitive message around how you're making money or your work or your career or something to do with a relationship or your living space, your home. And it's like, what do I want to do with this? But I want to kind of work with this, develop it, but I'm feeling kind of blocked here for whatever reason. And the Emperor energy can be authorities, quite literally. Like if you're wanting to say this is like you wanted to renovate your house, well, it's like you have to go through the whole process of getting it approved. There's some kind of potentially an approval process that comes in here, and perhaps it can be to do with actual bosses and authorities and all that sort of stuff, but it can also be to just do with approval, like seeking approval from father energy or the divine masculine in some way. So the Page of Pentacles, there is something that you kind of got your eye on that you're wanting to kind of work on, and this is new, fresh, enthusiastic energy with the pages. It could be somebody new that came in that's kind of got you thinking where you want to go in the future, and it's like, I want to develop and work on this, but I want to get over some blocks that I have with it. In the near future, we have the Five of Swords. So it kind of, I actually think this is good. This does represent a conflict or a falling out or a fight or some sort, or just not feeling like you're on the same page with somebody. This could just be like some kind of mental conflict that comes through. But I think this is good because whenever you're enacting a change, you're breaking free of something that has held you back or a dynamic that's blocking you in some way. You're challenging. That's the Uranus energy, the rebellious. You're challenging the order, the established order of a particular belief system. We've always done it this way, or this is the dynamic in our relationship. You're challenging that. So it is going to bring in conflict initially. Absolutely. But it's actually a sign that you're on the right path. And perhaps that's why it's hard with the choice that looms, and the Two of Pentacles can be ambivalence about that as well, because you're knowing that to make the necessary change that you see here, it is going to create a little bit of initial conflict whilst it rebalances. But you're presenting as the High Priestess, which is really great because this is very highly intuitive energy, the High Priestess. It's lucky energy as well. But it can also be that you are, seeing things and a lot's being revealed to you at this moment in time. And it may be that you're being very discerning and discreet about what you're revealing to somebody else as well. So that's the High Priestess coming in. She's the secret keeper as well. So if there's somebody around that you're kind of thinking, well, there's something you want to do, and it's almost like it's the sort of energy with the Page of Pentacles. It's like, I want to do this, and then someone comes in and squashes the idea straight away. Why would you want to do that? Blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. And it's almost like you have to keep this close to your chest or not tell somebody about it because you don't want it to get squashed. So this is kind of a choice, and that could be the choice that's creating the conflict, because perhaps it's like, you do want to tell somebody or share it, but it feels like you need to be discreet. That's something that can come through with that as well. And that's what we have with the Seven of Swords. This is where there's energy and plans and things going on in the background. And with the High Priestess, which is a sense of the secret keeping or not in a negative way, but just being discerning about what you're revealing to other people. The Seven of Swords is very much like somebody's doing something in the background and making plans in the background, or just trying to get out of a very restricted space here. So getting out of restrictions is a really something that's kind of held you in a bit of a cage or a box here is kind of what I feel like this is with the Seven of Swords. And there's plans afoot, but you might need to be a little bit discerning around it, like I said. So Seven of Swords can sometimes mean moving or moving out or wanting to move on. Again, with the Six of Swords, moving from the Six of Swords, there's opportunity here to move to the Seven, to transition on and actually take your things and your energy and your thoughts and get out of that restrictive space, however that's presenting in your life. So it's saying you can move to the Seven, and that's through this Page of Pentacles, this opportunity that's coming in here. So hopes and fears, you've got the King of Pentacles. This is a very generous energy. The King of Pentacles represents money. It represents businesses. It represents success. It represents wealth. And so it also represents somebody that provides your needs. So it can be somebody who's very generous as well. So if you do have an idea and you're wanting to ask for money in some way, shape or form and feeling like you're going to get a no or is going to create conflict, I feel like there's actually other options that you're going to be looking at here if that's something that this is related to. But yeah, I mean, I do feel like this King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles definitely is an idea that's coming through that could bring in some kind of stability within the material realm. So within money, with your career, with your home. So it can bring that in. And this is what the Justice card is, that you're looking at, speaking of like restrictions, look at that Eight of Swords. This is where you've feeling very restricted and you're dealing with limited ways of thinking, whether it's yours or somebody else's. There's contracts around that, or a contract that is very limiting around you and is restricting and limiting you in some way, and it's connected to this Emperor energy. So whether that is your contract it's like some kind of agreement with somebody, or that this is to do with work contract, legal contracts, there's something around you that feels like it's restrictive. And so then we have the Seven of Cups, which is, there's an evaluation process that comes in with the Seven of Cups where it's like, okay, I'm going to look at some new choices and new options coming in because the way things have been running haven't been working. And I want to step into this new energy and I want to break free. And the interesting thing about this Eight of Swords is the character, these binds, are very loosely held around this character. They can get out of it at any time. And it's about freeing your mind. And that's what this Justice energy is. She's coming in. Well, this energy is coming in, whether you want to see it as a she or a he. It's very gender neutral for me. The Justice character is coming in with the scales of justice, quite literally, where something's been out of balance, and the Sword of Truth, and wanting to restore balance in a very impartial way. So yes, you could definitely be, if you're feeling bound by a contract or restricted within a contract in some way, this is where you're potentially going to be looking at new options and there's new solutions. But they're big choices that are coming through, and there's peace and healing and this sense of, like I said, awakening and enlightenment and renewal that comes through. And part of that is breaking free from this energy. So that's still forming, the picture's still forming with the Seven of Cups, how exactly that's going to happen, how you're going to break free from that. But it does feel like, okay, the options are starting to present themselves. Some of them will be good, some of them not so good, but it's just a matter of like sitting with it and waiting for the picture to clear. And so this is where we've got the Ace of Pentacles coming in as the main energy, because this is what you want to work with. The Page of Pentacles wants to work with this Ace of Pentacles. There's a gift here. New path is opening up with this Ace of Pentacles. This is a new start that comes through on the material realm. So a new start to do with health and healing, or healthy balances within relationships that's coming in. This is a new start to do with how stable your money has been. This is a new start to do with stability around the home, any kind of like conflict around relationships around the home. This is a new start to do with your work and career. If you're feeling like there's somebody in your way, or you're never going to move forward because there's somebody powerful in like whether it's like somebody's blocking you in some way from moving forward. This is where the Ace of Pentacles is saying there's new ideas, new solutions, new paths are opening up for you, new options are coming in with your work and career. So that's actually the good thing. I just feel like it's a matter of letting it form, it feels like it is. Like I said, it is the opportunity here with the Seven of Swords to be able to move beyond. And so I feel like there's a couple of things happening here with this reading, is that there is choices that on a material realm you can move forward, but it's looking at what's blocking you here. And there's a lot of divine masculine blocking you. So divine masculine is about taking action as well. Like, are you unable to take action? But you could go deeper and go, well, okay, look at relationship to the masculine and go deeper even still and go about family lineage, relationship to father, all this sort of stuff. You could go as deep as you want, really. Let's see. We say, this is your affirmation card. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Yes. Okay. And this is kind of like what the Page of Pentacles is doing, looking at something and then saying yes to it. But you're looking at your options first. So the universe is saying it's supporting you here. If there is something you want to say yes to and you're feeling like you can't for whatever reason, or feeling blocked, it's starting to open up. So it's not like super easy. It's not like, oh, it's all going to flow and suddenly it's all going to fall into place. But it's this sense of just seeing little openings that it feels like the energy shifting and changing. It says, life mirrors my every thought. And that's the other thing with all these swords coming in that represents your thoughts here, especially crowned by the sword 10. This is about being really aware of your thoughts, your belief systems, and how life is mirroring your own thoughts here, how that is actually, is there some sort of restricted belief system or limited ways of thinking that is blocking you? So it says, life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings to me only good experiences. So, and this is part of this beautiful renewal and enlightening. Something within you is stirring and wants to shine, which is really beautiful. And there's the opportunity to bring peace and healing to a situation. So let's see. Let's pull a charm for you, Gemini. Oh, I'm dropping that one. Okay, very, very cute. I love this one. This is a little butterfly, and it always looks like it's joyful and happy, like a child has drawn it with the little eyes in the face. It's got this inner child energy. That's something from your childhood or something within your inner child, or whatever. Like, it feels like transformation of inner child energy or divine creativity that's coming through as well. So there's a transformation in your life, and I do feel like it's related to, like, they're taking me back to childhood energy, things that you were taught. So we are going back to that lineage. So it's some kind of like inner child healing, where the inner child was feeling like it was in that restricted space and it wants to be free. So yeah, the inner child is very creative, expressive, loves freedom, loves to feel like life is light and not heavy and burdened, not feeling like it's, freedom is a really important energy, not feeling like it's restricted. And it likes to feel innocent and even naive. It doesn't like to feel tainted or like tarnished in any way. There's a purification, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. There's a pure energy that comes in with this. So it's like, I don't want any of that old drama. I don't want any of that old stuff. I want to be free. So yeah, it's and that's a very Sagittarius theme as well. So working with your opposite sign, that's kind of freedom, looking at ideas of truth, freedom, justice. They're really important themes that are coming in, and looking at the bigger picture when it comes to that. So yeah, gaining that perspective can be really helpful, looking at your opposite sign energy and working with that. And like I said, I'm getting a lot of family lineage and old belief systems that you're letting go of, so that you can step into a new opportunity here related to this Ace of Pentacles, which is really fantastic. So that's your reading, Gemini. And I feel like that you're kind of ending the year with this sense of new options opening up, and that you can make new choices, and that feels very even exciting and empowering, which is actually really nice, and this sense of liberation and lightness, which is really beautiful. So I feel like there's this deep, profound letting go of something and this beautiful, like I said, awakening that's coming in with the peace and healing. So beautiful. That's it, Gemini. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. So we're going to see what's coming in the near future. We are seeing a little bit of conflict, but I think that's kind of a sign that you're actually making a change here. So I think that's good. And let's see, because it's kind of left it on a little bit of like things are opening up, a bit of a cliffhanger, to be honest. It's like things are opening up. There's a good opportunity here, but the picture's not quite clear yet. So let's see if the clarity is coming through. With the High Priestess, I feel like you're feeling this very intuitively, even though the picture might, or the options might not necessarily be super clear. It's just knowing that something's shifting and changing and opening up for you. So let's see where this is all going in the near future and the future beyond. And we'll scratch under the surface, see if there's any clarification or any other energies that you need to know about. We're also going to ask the best way to work with the energy in December in terms of making it easier to work with and easier to transition and move on from those energies you want to with the Six of Swords, and the best way to get the desired outcome, the desired result, where it feels like now there are choices around a contract that felt very restricted. So that is all going to be an extended reading. Would love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. Usually pin the link to the comments as well. The link is also in the description box below for my other services that I provide. The great time to get a 2023 overview, personalized reading, stepping into the end of the year. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and yeah, take care, Gemini.